Hello everybody, this is Daniel Babis. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below. We cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé. Alright, so let's get into it. Today we're going to be talking more about the Deavan Clegg and Jihoon Lee situation. There has been an update in this whole situation, so some of you guys might be aware, but in the past day or so, the information regarding Drusilla's biological dad has been posted, has been actually plastered all over the internet. So we're going to be talking a little bit about this. We're also going to be talking about Devin's reaction to this whole thing, and I will give you some more of my thoughts upon her reaction and this whole thing. So first off, let's just take a look at who the biological dad is. Now, you can actually see this information on the 187 Anonymous Gossip account on Instagram. So you will see that this is a dude that likes a lot of tattoos. You can see he has tattoos all over his face, you know, probably everywhere across his body. He has a tattoo that is coming out of his neck. So this is a very tattooed up guy. Now also 187 Anonymous also did some digging in terms of some of the messages that he posted, and this was from back in 2015 when supposedly this entire split kind of happened. So in some of these messages, you could see here that he says, "Tonight will be the night I disappear. Thank you so much for anyone that helped me in my life and put up with my BS. I'll always remember the good times with everyone, and I hope everyone remembers the good times with me. I loved you guys with everything I had. Thank you so much. I couldn't be more thankful." And then he goes on, he addresses, we're assuming Devin here, "When she tells me I'm not stepping on when I'm leaving state just to make good enough money to give her everything I have. It hurts so bad when someone that you love more than anyone in the whole world is so against you, and everything you say makes everything worse. And I've only wanted you from the very start, and you will be the only one till the end. I love you for always and forever, no matter how bad it hurts. I'll never give up on you the way you give up on me. I love you." So there you see it. This is the message that people have unearthed. So you get an idea of what was going on. Now, of course, Deavan Clegg has come online and she has addressed all this information. She is extremely displeased about this. You know, she considers it as people meddling in her business, in her business that is not really a part of the show. She believes this is, you know, this is her past. She has done everything in her power to erase the identity of this guy because, you know, she has a protective, she says she has a lifetime protective order against this guy. So she says that, you know, everything he did to her, she won the case in court. As a result, she has a lifetime protective order, and that should be enough, you know, to kind of prove her side of the story. Of course, if you read this message, you kind of get a bit of a different feeling. You kind of get the idea that this guy is very much in love with her, and he's kind of trying to do everything he can to appease her. But of course, Devin got the protective order in court, so whatever happened, there had to be some kind of proof for it. At least I believe it's a balance of probabilities in these cases. It's not beyond reasonable doubt, like in a criminal case. So there had to be at least some evidence towards what Devin is saying. Now, Devin is saying that this was a very abusive relationship. She was in this relationship with this guy. His first name is Zach. If you want to find out his last name, you can do your own digging. She was in this very abusive relationship when she was only 17 years old. This was back in 2015, the same year as these messages here. And she actually cut ties with this guy when she was 3 months pregnant. That's when she got the protective order. So this guy has not been able to see Drusilla basically since she was born or at any point thereafter. You know, some people are saying that, well, because this person wasn't a part of the show, this should have never been dug up in the first place. This is, of course, Devin's position. But being that as it may, once you become a part of the public sector, part of the public eye, people will try to dig up anything of you. Now, Devin says she never saw this coming. She never thought that people could do this. Also, she actually says that whoever leaked this information is most likely someone that she knows, because the way that she went about this whole thing is she tried to erase this person from all her social media, she tried to cut any ties whatsoever with this person for over 5 years, so that it would be impossible for people to be able to figure out who this person was on their own. So that's why she believes that it was someone associated with their family that did the leaking. Alright, so the reason why this whole leakage matters, according to Devin, is because, well, people are starting GoFundMes and petitions for him to get a lawyer. I'm not sure if that's true, but this is what she's saying. And also she's saying that it can affect her protective order. This isn't her words. She believes that, people leaking this information out there can affect her protective order. Now, she's not clear about what that means, but I think what she's implying is that as a result of people leaking this information, perhaps it's going to give incentive to this Zach person to come after her and try to harm her. Look, guys, I'm not sure if I buy that. I'll be honest with you, because Devin has been on TLC. She has been on 90 Days, which is one of the highest rated shows out there. She has been not just for one season, but for multiple seasons. She has, a large following on Instagram. She has, a YouTube channel. She has a big presence, online and on TV. So I'm not exactly sure how people leaking this information is going to really affect her chances at getting harmed by this ex of hers, if her being on the show on 90 Day Fiancé hasn't already created that situation for her. Maybe that's just me, but she also did a live with John Yates yesterday, and she has touched on a bunch of these issues. So I'll quickly summarize some of the important things that she said. So basically, now she also talks about the whole ordeal with Jihoon Lee that happened on this past Monday's episode. So she says that not everything was caught on film. The real incident was actually caught after they stopped filming. According to her, of course, she says that Jihoon was distracted. We already knew that. She says that everyone was freaking out about the whole thing, even the filming crew. And she also says that everyone has moved past it. And of course, she reiterates that she blames the editing. So I will just make a few comments on that. So basically, she says that not everything was caught on film, and this happened after filming was done. So we know that there were 2 incidents of Drusilla running away. There was one that happened, according to Devin, it wasn't that bad. And then there was another one that happened some 2 hours later that was really, really bad, and Drusilla was basically running into oncoming traffic. And that's the one that this whole situation is about. So according to her, the 2 sequences were kind of mashed together. The camera crew only managed to kind of catch the end or something of that second sequence. So I have some issues with that. Look, if they were done filming for the day, I'm not exactly sure how the camera crew were able to capture any footage. So they only managed to capture some of it, but not the whole thing. It sounds a little sketchy to me, I have to say, guys. They didn't manage to catch what exactly happened. She's still blaming Jihoon for it, which of course we kind of debunked already, that it wasn't Jihoon's fault in the first place. Devin's reasoning on this entire matter is completely flawed, because this is the thing, guys. If there were 2 instances of Drusilla running away, this actually, puts more blame onto Devin, because she should have been even more careful about watching over Drusilla if she already attempted to run away. So putting that responsibility on Jihoon just seems very reckless, very irresponsible anyways. So her excuse still doesn't fly. She is still trying to pin this excuse. It still doesn't fly. Now, I will say one thing, guys. Devin says that she's been getting a lot of hate mail, a lot of bullying. She's saying that Drusilla has gotten, bullied on the internet as well. And I will say this, guys. Whether you're on Jihoon's side or whether you're on Devin's side, it's never okay to bully anyone, especially a child. And with this, I am 100% on Devin's side. You guys out there that are writing nasty messages about, about Drusilla or whatnot, just stop doing it, guys. Okay, that's bullying. Just don't do it. Even if you don't like Devin, there is no reason to bully her or her daughter. You can criticize her actions on the show or what she does, on Instagram. That's public. That's public information. We can criticize her for those actions, but there is no reason to put her down and to bully her, so we need to stop that, guys. And I will say one thing: the fact that there is all this bullying going on, and of course we also saw it with Jihoon, so it seems like people are really turning up the nasty on this case. There are people that are going after Jihoon, telling him to go kill himself, and there are people going after Devin and her mom, and the daughter Drusilla, and writing all kinds of nasty messages. So I think that everyone just needs to chill. Everyone just needs to take a step back, guys. No matter which side you're on, it's not okay, guys. All right, so we just need to stop doing that. I think that we can criticize the actions that we see just fine without resorting to bullying. Right, so this is what's kind of interesting to me, guys, about what Devin had to say. So she says that Alicia didn't really threaten Jihoon Lee, and she kind of apologized 10 minutes later, but it wasn't caught on camera. They kind of just made up, and everything was hunky-dory. They spent the night inside together or something like that. She says that Jihoon Lee has also said some nasty stuff, but only one side was caught on tape, which was her and her mom's side. So basically they moved past it. Everyone moved past it according to her, and it's all done and over with. It's all in the past, and it's not a big deal. She doesn't understand how people feel like the show is happening right now when it happened last year. I will just say this, guys, all of that is fine and dandy. They apologized 10 minutes later, but I will say this, guys, when those kind of sit down scenes are shot, I'm not sure that they are shot at the same time. I actually don't know when they're shot, but I feel like they're shot later. So when Devin was saying that she does not accept Jihoon's apology because what he did was a monumental failure as a parent, basically as a human, she was, at that moment in time, she was acting kind of bullyish towards Jihoon because he was breaking down, he was crying, and it was just not good enough for that to earn, her forgiveness. Like I said, it was a very, very nasty side of Devin that I saw in that moment, and that's actually when I lost respect for her. So like I said, guys, we don't have to bully Devin, we don't have to call her names, we don't have to bully her family, we can just talk about the facts as we see them. And Devin is gonna go and make excuses over that behavior, but that was a really nasty side that she showed of her, and I feel like people are reacting to that. Of course, Devin isn't taking any ownership for that. Still, at this moment, she is still kind of making excuses for stuff. So it does not seem like she really got the memo about that. Now, the other thing, guys, that she said that's interesting is she kind of addressed this whole thing about her coming on the show. And she says that when she did initially come on the show, she didn't realize the implications. Yes, that's exactly what she said. She said that she didn't realize that people could come after her kids, make fun of kids. She didn't know people could be bad like that. So she doesn't really follow reality TV or wasn't really following what people were doing on Instagram and things like that. So she had no idea whatsoever about the implications. Well, I'm sorry, Devin, but if you had no idea, you could have came and you could have asked me, because I know exactly what going on a televised show like 90 Day Fiancé entails. It's going to bring the good with the bad. Now, the good being that in the case of Devin, it can provide a platform because people are going to take an interest in you. They will follow you outside the show, and you can actually create a business out of it, which Devin actually is exploiting very, very much. In my last video, I spoke about how Devin, during this whole crisis of Jihoon on Instagram and how he kind of hinted at potential suicide, Devin was actually out there on Instagram. She had an ad up. Well, how is that possible? Well, it's possible because of the following that she got as a result for being on 90 Day Fiancé. So that's one of the positives. The other positive, of course, is her being able to grow her YouTube channel to over 100,000 people. If there was no 90 Day Fiancé, there would be no Deavan Clegg YouTube channel with over 100,000 people. That is just a fact. So Devin is able to kind of create a small business for herself because of her appearance on the show. Now, on the other side, the negative, of course, is going to be the criticism that comes. Some of that criticism is going to be pretty nasty. And look, as a person that is going on these shows, you have it's your due diligence. You have to do it before going on these shows. What are the pros and cons? What does it entail going on a show like 90 Day Fiancé? How is it going to affect me? Not just positively, because a lot of people, they just want the positive stuff, which is the fame that comes with it. But how is it going to affect me negatively? And after weighing both options, is it worth it to come on 90 Day Fiancé? If you say yes, then you are taking ownership of your actions. You are being responsible for everything that happens from that moment forward. Now look, people can get pretty nasty. Sometimes people can send out death threats. The death threats and the bullying is not okay, but people will get really critical. They will nitpick you. They will nitpick your parenting. Look, it sucks. I get it. As a parent, you don't want that to happen. But once you put your child on a TV show, you sign those contracts, you get your child on a TV show with you, then everything becomes fair game, and people are judgmental. They will judge you based on everything that they see. So once you make that decision that bringing your child on the show, putting yourself on the show, exposing your personal life is something that you want to do, because the gains of it, which are, you know, the monetary compensation that happens on the show, but also the possible collateral gains, such as, you know, growing your Instagram, being able to do ads, you know, growing your YouTube channel, perhaps doing an OnlyFans account like Stephanie Matteau is doing, and so on. All of those become reality because of part of the show. But like I said, it comes with the negative. So when you make that choice, you are consciously deciding that the risk is worth the reward. So when the negative happens, you can't say, well, look, I didn't know, guys, you know, I was expecting only the positive stuff to happen. Why is all this negative stuff happening too? Because you took a risk, and now, you know, there's some of that negative that is coming. That was a part of the original risk. If you didn't do your research, that is on you. That's just how it works. All right, guys, so this was just a minor update because, as we know, this information came out yesterday and the internet has been really buzzing with all this information. You know, it's out there right now. So I just wanted to update you guys. If you're not aware, or if you're aware, I just wanted to give you my take on the whole thing. Like I said, please stop the bullying of Devin and Drusilla, and also of Jihoon. Let's stop bullying everybody, guys. When we say let's stop bullying, we're not just being picky. We have to stop all the bullying. That's how it works. Otherwise, we're just being hypocritical, and we don't want that, guys. So that's all I had to say for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did. Please hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you guys on the next one.